What began as a targeted exchange between Israel, the United States, and Iran has, in the last 24 hours, spiraled into a systemic regional war involving the world's most critical energy corridors.
With the world's largest gas field in flames, ballistic missiles over Riyadh.
As you can see, the perimeter defenses are holding, but we are losing contact with the forward operating bases. Node 7 is down.
We are looking at a global inflection point. Tonight, our panel of elite analysts will break down a...
Thank you. And now, without further delay, we move to our first segment of the evening.
This footage confirms the strike. The impact zone shows complete destabilization of the structure.
The Israeli strike on the South Pars/North Dome gas field is a watershed moment.
For years, energy infrastructure was considered off-limits due to the global economic fallout.
By striking the Iranian side of this shared field, Israel has signaled that it is pursuing a
total degradation strategy against Tehran's economic lungs. Iran's response was swift.
A multi-axis missile barrage. We've seen at least 4 ballistic missiles
Intercepted over Riyadh today. The sophistication of these launches suggests that despite 3 weeks of heavy bombardment, Iran's deep magazine of mobile launchers remains operational.
Exactly. We are seeing the deployment of Iran's Khaybar, Shakan, and Fattah missiles.
While Saudi Patriot batteries and the Israeli Arrow 3 systems are maintaining a high interception rate,
the sheer volume is designed to saturate and exhaust these defenses. On the flip side, the U.S. has increased its F-35 and B-2 deployments in the region, providing the kinetic weight for Israel's strikes.
But note the Ras Laffan strike in Qatar. By hitting Qatari infrastructure, a nation that shares the gas field with Iran.
If we cannot export, no one can.
War. This is no longer a proxy war. It is a direct state-on-Konflikt.
The markets are in a state of absolute shock.
Oil is now 50% higher than its pre-conflict baseline. But the real story is natural gas.
South Pars is the world's largest field. By turning the sky black over the Persian Gulf,
we've effectively removed a massive chunk of global supply security.
Qatar is a linchpin of the global LNG market. If their facilities at Ras Laffan sustain permanent damage,
We aren't just talking about a price spike. We're talking about physical shortages.
Another fuel hike. It's becoming impossible to get anywhere in this city.
I know, right. And they expect us to use public transport, but look at the prices.
In the UK, petrol is up 10 pence, diesel 20. But the real danger is the inflationary ghost.
The U.S. Federal Reserve and the Bank of England are now signaling that interest rate cuts are off the table.
Central banks are terrified that this energy shock will trigger a 1970s-style stagflation.
Another one withdrawn. We were so close on this apartment.
I don't know what we do now. It looks like we're starting over.
a $53 billion dream is being incinerated by a multi-billion-dollar reality of burning refineries.
The economic cost of this 21-day war already exceeds the entire reconstruction budget of the last decade.
We must address the decapitation of the Iranian leadership.
This shift represents the greatest challenge to the accord in decades. The Secretary is clear. De-escalation is the priority, but we are ready.
Has left the Islamic Republic in a state of calculated fury. These aren't just names.
These were the architects of Iran's regional axis of resistance. When Mojtaba Khamenei,
the supreme leader's son and a rising power, vows that the murderers must pay.
We will not tolerate dissent. The strength of our nation depends on your unwavering support.
What does he mean by that? This is getting worse.
This geopolitical shift changes everything. We must be ready for the consequences.
The nuclear option moves from a deterrent to a perceived necessity for survival.
Our intelligence suggests that under the cover of this war, enrichment activities at Fordow and Natanz may be accelerating. If Tehran perceives that the structure is failing, as they denied today, they may decide that a nuclear breakout is their only remaining lever of sovereignty.
We are at the highest risk level for nuclear proliferation in the region since 1979.
The diplomatic channels are fraying.
The news that Saudi Arabia's Prince Faisal bin Farhan has declared trust with Tehran is totally broken is a catastrophic reversal of the 2023 normalization.
Riyadh is now being forced back into the US-Israeli orbit for protection, despite their desire for neutrality.
The regional situation requires a unified approach from all parties present.
Jordan's stability is paramount.
To create a Hormuz security corridor. But without Iran's cooperation, there is no security in the strait.
The Oman Channel is currently the only thread preventing a total regional collapse, but even that is thinning.
Let us look at the human cost. 800,000 displaced in Lebanon.
Pull hard, watch the rebar.
We got you, just a little further. Is everyone accounted for?
Under the Geneva Conventions, the targeting of shared energy infrastructure like South Pars raises massive legal questions.
This incident raises serious questions about proportionality. The long-term environmental devastation in the Persian Gulf is catastrophic.
We are also seeing the war spill over into the grey zone in Europe and the UK.
The arrest of 2 Iranian nationals in London for spying on Jewish targets shows that this conflict has no borders.
Legally and ethically, we are entering a period where the rules-based order is being ignored by all sides in favor of existential survival.
Internal stability is also at a breaking point.
In Israel, despite the military gains, the government is facing a budget collapse.
If the Knesset dissolves on March 31st, Israel will head to elections in the middle of a regional war.
The public is exhausted. They are winning on the battlefield, but losing their economic security.
The regional power vacuum is so large that even as Israel and Iran fight, they are both watching Syria.
To summarize our panel's consensus, the Middle East is in a state of exhausted repositioning.
The shift from proxy strikes to direct energy warfare has moved the global economy into uncharted territory. If a ceasefire isn't brokered, the current spike in oil prices will be the least of our concerns. We are watching for...
The fires at South Pars are still burning, and so is the old regional order.